creatives from around the globe. Welcome to Hither and Yon Studio. And if you've been here before, welcome back. DJ here, we're in the studio and we are creating these fun little scrappy packs. They're scrappy paper packs that I make in mass because they're a fun thing to add to the journal. They give the receiver of the journal some extra pieces of paper that they can use as tags or put on the side of a page and stamp on or sew with. So many uses for these. You can make a little mini master board out of them. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to make them. It's not rocket science, but it gives us some craft time together, and I'll show you how to do the sew and the no sew so that if you don't like to sew, you don't have to. So let's get started. Okay, so we have the scraps. We have an abundance of scraps. There's never a shortage, but what you see here, I'm going to use for master boards because I pulled out some pieces that I'm going to use specifically for this project just to lower the choices. So I've just pulled out some pieces that I thought, you know, would work with this, right? So these are some shorter pieces, and these are just some longer ones, cut-offs from various things that I was making. So yeah. And then we have this, which are kind of like all the random end cuts of my ribbons. Some are a little longer than others. Yeah, so we have all these, and I figured between all of this, we have plenty of stuff, right? We're not gonna, it's not rocket science here, as I usually say. We're crafting. So once you get it, you get it. And it's more about just spending some time together on this frosty January morning. Okay, so my dog is shedding like mad. There's dog hair everywhere. TMI. Okay, so what we want to do is start with a base of some type, because we have to, well, you don't have to start with a base. I like to start with a base because it just gives me more room. And generally in my scraps, I don't have a base, but this one might actually work. Yep. But if you have a piece of cardstock that is about this size, that will fit, you know, or about the size of what you want your little scrap pack to look like. This is a little too wide. That to me is really good. And these will just go back with the scraps. And this has got a little cut there, but that's okay because I'll fold that side. Let me just score it. Think about there. I'm not really measuring, but if you need a measurement, I'm scoring at approximately 1 inch, but it's going to depend on your piece of paper and what you're doing. So that's what I'm doing. And then this will just fold over. So this is going to be one way we're going to make these. This is going to be a little one. Right, and now we want to formulate our scraps, and I'm going to use a ruler for this so it's not so neat. I probably could have made that a little less than 1 inch, but that's okay. And then we just start getting our scraps in order, and they don't have to all be the same size. As a matter of fact, it's kind of funky looking if they're not, right? And we'll pull in one of these. And so these are packs not just for writing, though you could journal on these. Most of these are neutral, but they are also for using throughout the journal. So it's good to have just extra pieces around that you can use when you're working in your junk journal, right? So not just when you're creating it, but after it's sold, or after you're using it yourself personally or gifting it, whatever you're doing. That person has the opportunity to use some of the, you know, same color theme. And I would say that you should probably use similar to a theme that you are usually working with in your journals. Mine are usually these very neutral kind of vintagey colors, as you know. And so that's what I'm going to include, because 9 times out of 10, this is what my journals are about. All right, we'll do one more of these, a little shorter, because I want to save that. Oh, the next piece. What else do we have? We have just some of this regular white paper, which is fine. It's okay to mix in some bright whites if you want. If you don't like that, you can just come in with your inks and kind of ink it up. Let's make this a little shorter. There we go. We got one of them. We did one of those. What else is in here? I think I have some book page in here. Let's do a couple of pieces of book page. Here's that. And that. And we'll just like so. And there we go. So let me just sift some of these. Let's see. We'll just mix these up a little better. There we go. And now, if you want, you know, to tack them down as you go, I find that useful. So I'm not going to use a lot of glue. I'm just going to use a tiny bit because I'm going to sew, and you don't have to sew, obviously, but that's what I want to do. So I'm just very lightly tapping them just so that they'll stay in place until I get them over to the machine. And don't worry, I'm going to show you a way to do these without sewing. So you don't have to if you don't want to. It's early here and my voice isn't catching up yet, so excuse the little do I want to include? Yeah, because I can use the other side, that's fine. This is just a cut off from a silhouette I must have had going that I didn't need that piece for whatever reason. I try to save the offcuts if they're printed on the other side, and then I can use them on master boards or, you know, kind of little projects like this. And if you have a lot of scraps and you kind of have everything set out for you yourself before you get going, then this goes pretty quick. I'm going to actually peek you under here somewhere. There we go. And we'll put you here. All right, and so now this is what I have, and what I want to do is just find a piece of something to put across the top that I can stitch in to the top, because I like the way that looks. And this needs to be frayed on the other side, so let me cut it. And then we'll cut it here. Just trying to get a ripped edge. That worked not at all. It's just because it's so small. All right, close enough. And let's see. Do that, yep. Let's see. And then I'll just cut a little off of here. And then when I'm sewing, and I'm not going to do the sewing on screen because I have a very small area here and it just will not fit everything. All right, so that's what I'm going to use. And now I just want to ink up a little of this container here, because it'll probably be easier to do now than when it's all sewn. Like that. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little. I just like it that way. You may not. All right, so there's that. And then this piece that I cut, this is what I do. I just kind of wrap it around itself so that both edges are exposed. And then I kind of go in there. And you can do the thing with Distress Oxide or inks where you just kind of put it on your glass top and then spray water on it and do it that way and kind of mush it up in there. But I can't do that in my current environment. So I won't. And then I see up here I missed a little So I'll just go back in and we'll get the ends here. And this is how I get ink all over my hands all the time. It's because I don't mind getting dirty in the name of art. All right, so that's that. Let me go sew this up and I'll bring it back and then we'll do another one. And actually, you know what? Let's save these to the end and then I'll sew them up all at once. That's a great idea. Those will hold. I'll get a little clip. We'll just stack them. All right, so let's do another one. This time, I'm going to use one of these backers. This is just like a piece of cardstock that's a little heavier weight. And I want to show you how to do one where you don't have to sew, because I know a lot of you don't like to sew. Let's just fold it out there, line it up. Very good. And for this piece, I'm going to take a tab that I had laying because I want to make kind of like a little tabby top. That's a little offset, so I'll cut it out because I don't have a punch right here. So I'm just going to kind of follow that line and then I'll just go straight across. How far do I want to go? Maybe halfway down this. All right, and then I'll just take my ruler and I'll go across so I know where I'm cutting. Hope this is all making sense. If not, it will in a sec. Sure. We'll go this way and that way. And then we will just cut around to make a little tab. Easy peasy. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's going in a junk journal. Perfection leaves. Out the window. Nope. Can't do it. So I don't think I said hello. Hi. I mean, well, I said hello in the beginning, but I haven't said, hey, how you doing? Welcome to 2024, huh? Happy New Year, if I haven't said it already, or you haven't been to one of my other videos. All right. See? Isn't that cool? And then we can put a little label or a word there. So let's ink it. Ink, ink, ink. And I'll also show you how to do like a sewing effect if you don't want to bring this over to the machine. We'll do that on another one. So that's that there. And then I'm just going to do this side a little. You can speed through it if you want. Jump ahead. Tap, tap. All right. And now we'll put our pieces in here. So let me go this way. There's one. Get rid of that. Here's 2 and 3. Stagger them a little. We have some white pieces here. Sure. Then you can ink them up any way you want. I have some of this lighter weight. What is this? Like, I don't know. It's like packaging paper, I guess, like deli paper. And it comes in 12 by 12 sheets. And I use it in a variety of ways. I make little coin envelopes out of it. Excuse me, I make little pockets out of it. I've got this one, which is very grungy, which I love. So let's do that. And we'll do that. And you can hand tear them too. That gives a nice effect. Right. Actually, this one I think I will save for the master board. Ta-da! What else do we have in here? We've got these. All right, so let's see if I can get some of this out of there. And we'll take this off. Because these like jaggedy strips are really great to use at the tops of things or on the sides as tabs and stuff. So we can stick a couple of them in there. And I've got this. We'll put a piece of this in there. What else? What else? We'll take a little piece of, actually that would make a good backer. We're not going to use that one. So that's a second one. Now, if you want to make these without sewing, you're going to have to staple or glue, and stapling is faster. So I recommend going with stapling, but you want to make sure everything is positioned all the way up to the top so you get every little bit into your staples. And I have this mini stapler. I'm hoping it's going to go through all of these. This is one of the reasons I like to sew, excuse me, is because it grabs everything. But let's see what we can get. Let's see if it's gonna do some justice here. Oh, I'm very surprised. Okay, so I'm gonna staple like 3 across, maybe 4, I don't know, maybe 4. Will I fit 4? Yeah. And I'm sure that I have everything. Now, it might not look that great, but that's okay because we're going to cover it up. We're just going to cut out or tear out a piece of this. Why this? Because it's sitting here. That's why. So, we'll do that. And then we'll do, where do we have to go? Like there? Okay. Let's try this. I'm going in blind. Hopefully it's wide enough. Yeah, works. Okay, so I think I just want to take a little bit off of each side. And I do want to take a little more off here. Just a little too thick. And we'll just do this. And then we'll just glue it down. And I'm going to use Fabrifix 3-in-1 because of the staples, just so I make sure it stays there. Right, because we don't want it lifting because of the staples. And then you can just put a little something, let's see. One of these. $11.19.6. Really need more ink. This isn't working. There we go. All right, let's see. All right, hold on. I'm thinking of something else. Hold on. I need a wide one. My first pick might be it. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's put you back. I'm gonna put you back because you're already nicely inked up. And I think I want to try to fit this in there, and then it can cover up both. You know what I mean? Like then because it looks a little weird to me. It looks a little off. I probably should have cut this with more of a jaggedy scissor, in my opinion. This, then I'd feel better, but here we are. So maybe I can do that, and then that'll kind of overlap and make me feel a little better. But, you know, I'm doing this for you guys, and you can take your time and make lots of choices and try different things, but I'm sure that gets pretty annoying when you're just trying to figure out what it is I'm doing. So we'll do that. And this one, I can use my regular glue, or you could use a glue stick too. And I might like stamp a little word there or something, and, you know, maybe put a little stamp here. That would be fun. What else could you do? Oh, I know what we could do. We could take a little hole punch there. That's fun. Of course not. But I have like a little tiny punch that's like a dragonfly, and you could do a punch out right there and maybe put a piece of cardstock under it. Anyway, that's number 2. Let's do another sewn one, and I did find this, so this will be perfect for this. And let's cut this one out with the jaggedy scissors. So these are just a ridge. It says ridge. These came in a pack that I bought for my daughters years ago, and they destroyed most of them. Some of them I saved, and this is one of them. It happens to be my favorite. And I thought I would never find it again, so I was so worried that it might break. But I recently saw in one of the craft stores a whole like round jug of these types of specialty scissors. I didn't buy them because I have these and I like them. But it was good to know that they're out there. But I'm sure you can find them on Amazon if I found, I think I saw them in Michael's or Hobby Lobby or something. So I was happy about that. All right. So there's that. And this one's slightly inked, but we'll give it a little more zhuzh. Yeah, I like this of inking it before I put all my papers in. It makes more sense. And then I'll go sew these couple. I mean, it's not really, you don't have to. These are great to make a lot of, but you don't need a lot of instruction to figure out how to do it. It's not an hour-long video, you know? So there's that. So let's put our papers in here. We'll do this one. And we'll do this one. You go over there. You guys go. Everybody's trying to get on the table here. All right. Oh, a lot of these coffee dyed cutoffs, which is great. I'm gonna put a little one in there. Why not? We have some of these. So these were tags. This is my, no, it's not. It's actually a component of my collage papers that I was trying to turn into tags, but I didn't like how lightweight this paper was for tags. Go this way. So here it is in the scrap pile, which this is really good for master boards too, because it gives me some surface area to you know, stamp on and stuff. So I like that. All right, we got more of this. Okay, I'm going to take both of these out. I do not want to use them. Oh, I got some music paper back here. Let's get one of them. And we'll tear this. Stick that in there. And we've got this one we'll stick in there. Like so. One of these I just did. I have all this up here I'm just completely ignoring. I don't know why. I'm just going with the little pieces, but let's see. I got this one, which is like a paper lace. That's from the Graphics Fairy. I know that one well. This is more Amazon packaging paper, but these make great little like fold over tabs if you want to put it on the edge of your journal page, like so. Of course, smaller. Like this, and have it stick out as a tab and put like a piece of lace over it. It looks really good all crumbled up is my point. So we'll just take some of this. Perfect. What else do I have? More book page. Do some of that. Sure. This is too long. This is too long. There we go. And I have some of this. That looks good. I'll use that. And you can see, like, you can get rid of your scraps, right? And then you give the person who has the journal some options. Like, maybe somebody doesn't have all this distressed paper in their stash, or they're just getting started or something. So there's that one. This one is going to be sewn, and I'm actually just gonna, I'm not gonna glue all these down again, but I was doing that so you could see. I'll just clip it under here, but I need something. I need something here. Ooh, we got this little piece of lace. That's good. So we have that little piece of lace that can go there, and then we want to put something over it too when I'm sewing, which I can glue on after. Let's see what else I got. Maybe one of these, kind of like that. So I can sew the lace across and then put that on. All right, let me go sew these up. I will be right back. I'm not going to do anything else to that lace because I like how it looks. It's like a soft cream. Give me one. Okay, so they're done. And we have a mess. What else is new? So you see, you can do them a couple of different ways. You might also want to, actually, you definitely want to cover the backs of these. So, because what happens is your fingers get caught on them and that hurts, and you don't want anybody in pain, right? So, if we, let's see, do I have, here we have this one. It's actually almost perfect. I don't even have to cut it. Yeah, so actually this is great. So if I take this, right, and let's use the 3-in-1. I'm just going to go over these first. All right, and get it on there really good. I'm going to get this top down. We don't want anybody catching their fingers on that. That hurts. So you'll want to clamp that and just make sure it goes down all the way and glues well. Right, so we'll leave it over here for a minute while I do these. There's a couple of different ways, you know, you can use these, and you can make a bunch. So these are great mass makes. You could stick them in a pocket, right? You could stick them in the pocket like that. You could take the back off and stick them in a pocket like so, right? And they're floating. You could put them over a page like that, and then when you close your journal, they're kind of sticking up a little, which is kind of cool. It gives you that kind of scrappy look. You can tuck them into the side of a page like so. And then it kind of looks like a tab. You could put a word on there, which I'll probably do off camera. And you can also clip them in, right? So you could put a little paper clip or a hidden paper clip type thing. And have it that way. And so with this one, now that it's almost dry, you could turn, I guess I didn't do that very straight, did I? What else is new? You could put this over a page, right? Like so. And then dress this up like a tag or a journaling card. So you could design this like a journaling card, or you can design the journaling card first, obviously. And then if someone wanted, they could kind of journal in here. It's kind of tucked under. And, or just have a pretty floating bit. And so this is on this side, this is on this side, and I'm just gonna let this glue up a little better. And there you go. And then you can trim it up. Obviously, I did this quickly, so it's looking a little disheveled. But ink fixes everything. Yeah, see? And then you can just design this out. So anyway, that's my little thing for you today, to do these fun little scrappy, what do we call them? Scrappy paper packs. Scrappy paper packs. There we go. Make a bunch of them and have them ready on hand so you can tuck them in your journals if you make journals to sell, or just make a couple for whatever journal you're using for yourself. Works, right? And you get rid of scraps. So I love this. It's mass make, it's scrap busting, and it's junky journaling. So thanks for spending your time with me today. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you make a lot of these. And if you do, please share them with me. Share them with me on my Instagram. Everything's in the description box below. Yeah, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Are you going to make a bunch of these? Would you make them in pretty wallpaper paper or pinks and pastels? Let me know. Leave me a comment. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And go ahead and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day or night.